Hi everyone, I'm Sophia. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some Pilates for the first trimester. So it's really important when you are pregnant and at any time just to listen to your body and know how far to push yourself and when to stop. So make sure to tune in and listen. So let's come onto our mat in 4-point kneeling. I'm just going to take a moment to find a nice setup position that works for us. So placing the hands directly underneath the shoulders and then just pressing the shoulders away from the ears and letting the shoulder blades really hug the body. We're then going to place the knees underneath your hips and then make sure that the pelvis is in neutral. So that's where hip bones, pubic bone are level, and that we've got some engagement in our abdominals, just supporting the length of the spine. So when we're here, we also want to just think about where our head is sitting. So I always think about sending the crown of the head away from me, finding that sense of length in the back of the throat. We're going to start with some gentle shoulder mobility. So we're going to let the heart and the breastbone come down towards the mat as we squeeze our shoulders together behind us. So kind of feeling for a crease of skin in the back of the body, and then pressing those shoulder blades around the body, lifting the ribs back up into the shoulder blades, and then letting the chest come down, squeezing the shoulder blades together nice and slowly, and then wrapping the shoulder blades around the body as the ribs lift back up into the shoulders. Okay, let's just do 2 more here. We're really enjoying that movement. It's nice and gentle, but also kind of strengthening as well, so you might feel the shoulder muscles working. Good. And then finishing at the top. We're now going to work through cat and cow, so it's a chance to really mobilise the spine, and during pregnancy it's so nice to focus on this. So let's inhale here, filling the back of the ribs and lungs. As you exhale, we're going to connect the sit bones, so squeeze those sit bones together, tucking that tailbone down, gently rising up through the waist, creating like an angry cat shape. At the top, we're going to inhale and increase the stretch in the back of the body, and then on the exhale we're going to lift the tip of the tailbone and work through the spine into extension, so shining your heart forwards. Inhale here, exhale, tuck, scoop, hollow roll, connect that tummy, and just work to a range of movement that feels really good and comfortable for you today. So if your range of movement is bigger or smaller, that's fine. Just make sure you're comfortable and you're keeping that sense of length and that you feel well supported. So I'm really focusing here on mobilising that lower back, because I know that mine gets a little bit stiff if I leave it unattended to. So I really need to make sure to work it through, particularly during pregnancy. So really taking the time to find that movement as best you can. Inhale at the top, exhale, let's work it through. Lift the heart, the neck, the nose. Good. Last one, tuck that tailbone, connect the sit bones, ripple through the spine, find that movement. Inhale at the top, really expand the ribs and lungs. And then exhale, let's work it through last time. Really nice, good. And then from here we're going to come back to our neutral, so hip bones, pubic bone level, lengthen the spine, pressing the floor away from us, checking the legs are organised and parallel. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to slide fingers and toes along the mat and then lift them up if that feels okay for you, and then come back down. Good. And then opposite side, so connecting the movement with the breath. Using the exhale, stretch, reach long. Good. And then the inhale to come back. Good. So in the first trimester, not an awful lot needs to change, but you might be feeling very different. I know that one of my first telltale signs was that I didn't feel as strong. I just felt weaker. And so it's really important to listen to that and just know that that message is telling you something. So if you need to rest, really pay attention and listen to your body. So we're trying to find that connection, ribs to hips, making sure not to arch the spine. We want to keep that nice neutral length of the body. Good. Let's go for one more, making sure that we finish evenly. And then come back to the centre and release. From here, we're going to squeeze the sit bones, tuck the tailbone around the spine, and just press back into a child's pose. So take the knees wide, find a comfortable position that works for you. So just enjoy a stretch here. And then when you're ready, we're going to rebuild the spine, walking the hands in towards your knees. Bringing the legs back to parallel, and then coming into that nice 4-point kneeling position. So from here, we've got an option. We can keep our legs in parallel, or we can take one leg out to the side. I like this version. It's just a slightly bigger stretch, and for me that feels good. And in the early stages of pregnancy, it's quite safe. So we're going to gently exhale to thread the needle, taking the same hand as your leg underneath, and then gently rotate up and away. Good, really opening the chest. And then again, thread that needle, only go as far as you feel comfortable. And then gently twist and reach, opening through the chest. Let's go for 2 more. Enjoying that nice big stretch. Good, and then last one. And then gently come back to the centre. Lift that leg up, take it around and slide it back in. So I'm going to change directions just so you can see from the other side, but it's exactly the same. We're going to take that leg out. If that feels comfortable, then the same hand as your leg is going to thread underneath, hinging at the hips, trying to find the length of the body. And then twist and reach for the ceiling. Good. We're going to go for 4 repetitions, working for the maximum range of rotation, keeping the length of the body and spine. Let's go for 2 more here. Really nice. Good. Lovely. And then last one. Coming back to the centre, planting your hands under your shoulders, lift that leg up and then sweep it underneath you. Good. So from here, we're going to carefully come up and over. And then we're going to come down onto an elbow support. So our elbows are underneath our shoulders. I like to turn my palms up and then just gently round my lower back into my hands. But if you prefer your hands on the mat, that's fine. And then whilst we are flexing that lumbar spine, we also want to make sure that we're keeping the length of the body so it's not a collapsed position. It's strong and elongated, so you're creating space for baby. Then our heels are going to align with our sit bones, and we're going to focus on the pelvis staying still. So we're going to inhale here, and then on your exhale, we're going to do a knee drop, letting one knee come out to the side. And then inhale, come back to the centre, keeping the pelvis really still and stable. Exhale, let the other leg. So we're alternating legs. Inhale, draw back. Good. Exhale, let the knee come out. Keep pressing into the elbows. Try not to let your body sink into the arms. We want to make sure we're supporting ourselves. Good. Lovely. And then keep it going. Good. Checking that the pelvis is staying still and stable. A really nice exercise to mobilise the hips, and you're also working on that core stability. Let's do one more on each leg. Keep pressing into the elbows so you're challenging the strength of the shoulders here. And then we're going to come back to the centre. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to float one leg to tabletop. Keep control. Inhale. And then as you exhale, float the second leg to meet it. From here, we're going to toe tap the floor, alternating legs. Good. So coming back to that start position each time. Good. And keep pressing into the elbows. Really nice. Keep breathing steady and smooth, challenging yourself appropriately. With this exercise, we're looking for lots of control, supporting the position of the leg. Making sure the abdominals are working. Good. And then when you're ready and balanced on both sides, we're going to let one foot come down with control and then the other. From here, we're going to turn ourselves onto our side. And you're going to stack your body at the back edge of your mat and let your head rest into your hands and have your feet towards the front bottom edge of the mat, so the front bottom corner. While we're here, we want to make sure that the abdominals are switched on and you've got that rib-hip connection. Top hand is there for support. We're then going to lift the top leg up to about hip height and then lower. So really controlling the movement and focusing yourself on the length. So really stretching that leg along away from you. Good, let's keep it going. Lovely, let's do 6 more, so about 10 in total. 5, keeping the pelvis nice and still. 2, and then lift and hold on this next one. I love this exercise, so good for the hips. We're going to rotate the toes towards the mat as your leg comes in front, and then we're going to rotate and bring the heel towards the mat and tap behind. So we're working in front with the toes and the heel comes behind, kind of like we're drawing a rainbow. Try to keep the pelvis still and stable. 5, let's keep going for 5 more, so 10 in total. 3, 2, and then last one. Good. And then stack your legs when you're ready. Toes are both softly pointed. So from here we're going to connect and lift both legs away from the mat. So I'm going to bring my head down. Inhale, make sure the abdominals are switched on. So we're going to start working into that top side of the waist as you exhale and lift the legs up. And inhale to lower. Let's go again. Exhale to lift, really lengthen. And inhale to lower. Use your top hand for support. Use the breath. Keep the length of the body and spine. And let's do 4 more here. 4, little pause at the top. 3, lengthen the body. And then last one. And release. Lovely. From here we're going to bring the legs in. Bring ourselves up and just find a nice side stretch, stretching into the bottom side of the waist. Make sure you're lifting up and out of the pelvis, still holding on to all that length and space. Good, and then when you're ready, let's release. We're going to do 1 more exercise on this side, so keeping the legs bent, feet aligned with the back of the pelvis, coming onto your elbow. Really press the elbow into the mat and make sure the ribs are connected. And then we're going to come into clam. So we're going to rotate the top thigh open and then close. And again, open and close. Good. So working into your glute strength. Letting your shoulders relax away from your ears. Really pressing into your elbow. Let's go for 4 more here. 3, 2, and then last one, and relax. Lovely, well done. So from here, let's take the legs over the other side, stacking yourself at the back edge of the mat, your feet at the front bottom corner, so your body is aligned at the back, your hands there for support. Good, both ankles are stacked, both knees, hips, waist is active, ribs connected. Let's lift and lower that top leg. Good, focusing on the length, lifting just above hip height. Good, finding the reach through the back of the throat. Let's keep it going for 6, 5, 4, 3, keep that pelvis still, 2, and then lift and hold. We're going to rotate the toes down as we tap in front and then the heel as we tap behind. Good, so drawing kind of like a rainbow, working the leg through internal and external rotation. Good, let's keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Float that leg up and bring the foot down. Bring your head down towards your arm just for a little bit of extra comfort and support. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, reach both legs away, find lots of length and lift those legs up. Little pause at the top and then inhale to lower down. Exhale, let's lift up. And then inhale, lower down. Let's keep it going. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And again. Really nice. Let's go for 4. Inhale, lower. 3, 2, keeping the pelvis as stable as you can. And last one. And release when you're ready. Good. Bend the knees, bring yourself up. We're going to find that nice side stretch, stretching the bottom side of the waist. Finding as much lift and length in the body as you can. Making sure you're comfortable. And then coming back down onto your elbow when you're ready. So palm to the floor, shoulder drawing away from the ear, nice long neck. Feet are aligned with the back edge of your pelvis. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale to rotate the top thigh open and then inhale to close. So coming into your clam. Good. So creating your own resistance, working the outside and the inside of that thigh. Shoulders away from ears, pelvis nice and still. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and then last one, and release. Well done. So from here we're going to come up into a nice high kneeling position, and we're going to first of all just take a moment to allow the shoulders to relax. You might need to do a few shoulder rolls. And then organise the pelvis and spine so you've got a nice lengthened position through the spine, waist active. So your legs are in parallel. We're then going to hinge at the hips and hinge at the knees and send our hips sort of halfway back. We're then going to float the arms in front and we're going to do gentle swimming movements. So ordinarily we'd do this movement on the mat, but to get us in practice for later in the pregnancy, we're starting to work in some different positions so that we don't have to put unnecessary pressure on the front of our body. So swimming through those arms, challenging the back muscles, trying to keep the body nice and stable. Good. Keep breathing steady and smooth, focus on that length, and then when you're ready, we're going to press the arms back and come back to neutral. We're going to inhale here. As you exhale, float the arms up for a rib cage closure, so keeping the connection in the front of the body. And then inhale, press the hands down and back, lift the heart, the neck, the nose, little chest expansion. Good, keeping the pelvis nice and still. Come back, exhale, float the arms up, rib cage closure. And then inhale, press the palms behind, lift the heart, the neck, the nose. Lovely, stretching the front of the chest. And again. Let's keep it going, trying to keep those glutes switched on, the ribs connected, so the body and spine stay really nice and stable. Good, 2 more. And then last one. Enjoy that little lift. Good, and come back to the centre. So from here, we're going to send the hips down and back, keeping the length and position of the spine again. And this time we're kind of going to do a breaststroke movement. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms forwards, and then exhale, circle the arms wide. And then inhale, reach forwards. Good, challenging the shoulders and the upper back. And again, inhale. And exhale. exhale, take the arms around. Good. Try and keep that rib-hip connection, so making sure those ribs don't pop out. Good. Let's do 2 more. Keep focusing on the length of the throat, chin to chest, just a little. Last one. And then when you're ready, coming back up onto the knees. So organising the pelvis so that it's neutral, finding that length. We're then going to exhale to hinge back, squeezing through the glutes, activating into the tummy. Inhale, come forwards. Stretching those thighs as you go back. Good, let's keep it going for 6 more. So coming back, trying to keep the position of your body and spine. Good, keep the length of the neck. Only go as far as you feel totally comfortable. So small movements are just as important as big ones. Good, really nice. I think there's 2 more. I tend to lose count. Good, last one. Make it your best. Really lengthen. And then when you're ready, come forwards and release. Lovely. So from here, we're going to come onto the mat and we're going to finish with some shoulder rolls. Good. Gently mobilising the shoulders. Good. 1 more. And then we're going to gently stretch into the neck. So pressing the palms away, taking the fingers back to the forearms, lift through the back of the head and neck, and then take your ear to your shoulder. Just holding this position for a few rounds of breath. Keeping the length of the body and spine. And then come back and then go the other way. And then release when you're ready. Give your shoulders a wriggle. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Well done. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.